Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everybody. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Low battery, please charge.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Srila Prabhupada. Jesus Srila Prabhupada. Jesus Srila Prabhupada. Nityananda Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. 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 Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nitai, Nitai, Gauranga, Nitai, Nitai, Gauranga, Nitai, Nitai, Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Oh my Lord, Gauranga, oh my Lord, Gauranga, oh my Lord, Gauranga, oh my Lord, Gauranga, Gauranga, oh my Lord, Gauranga, Gauranga, go. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ah, ooh. Mighty fine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. Ah. Oh, oh, oh. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama.
Thanks for using.
Ah, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Adi Lila, Chapter 3. No, let's see here. Meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shukadev Goswami said, Nanda Maharaj was naturally very magnanimous, and when Lord Sri Krishna appeared as his son, he was overwhelmed by jubilation. And when Lord Krishna appeared as his son, he was overwhelmed as jubilation. Therefore, after bathing and purifying himself and dressing himself properly, he invited brahmanas who knew how to recite Vedic mantras. After having these qualified Brahmins recite Vedic mantras, he arranged to have the Vedic birth ceremony celebrated by his newborn child, according to the rules and regulations. And he also arranged for the worship of the demigods and the forefathers. See, Shukadev Goswami said, Nanda Maharaj was naturally very magnanimous. And when Lord Sri Krishna appeared as his son, he was overwhelmed by jubilation. Yeah. Next verse. Nanda Maharaj gave 2 million cows completely decorated with cloth and jewels in charity to the Brahmins. He also gave them 7 grains of hill, seven hills of grain covered with jewels, and with the cloth decorated with golden embroidery. O king, by the passing of time, and other material possessions are purified. O king, by the passing of time, land and other material possessions are purified. By bathing, the body is purified. And by being cleansed, unclean things are purified. By purificatory ceremonies, birth is purified. By austerity, the senses are purified. And by worship and charity offered to Brahmins, material possessions are purified. By satisfaction, the mind is purified. And by self-realization or Krishna consciousness, the soul is purified. The Brahmanas recited auspicious Vedic hymns, which were purified by the environment, which purified the environment by their vibration. The experts in reciting old histories like the Puranas, I'm going to come back, we're going to circle back to this in a little while here. First, we're going to read something here. What do we got here? Who's his name? Bival Mangal Thakur. I'm going to read a little Bival Mangal Thakur here. Oops. All glories to Chintanami, my initiating spiritual master, Somaguri. All glories to my instructing spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who wears a peacock feather in his crown. Under the shade of his lotus feet, which are like desire trees, Jaya Shri Radharani enjoys the transcendental mellow of an eternal concept. All glories to Chintanami and my initiating spiritual master, Somaguri. All glories to my instructing spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who wears a peacock feather in his crown, under the shade of his lotus feet, which are like desire trees. Jaya Shri Radharani enjoys transcendental mellow of an eternal consort. There is an entity who has the appearance of an adolescent boy, and who is being inundated with the desire tree flowers falling from the fingertips of the damsels of heaven. That boy is completely carefree, situated in transcendental beatitude. As he sends forth waves of sound from his famed flute, he is encircled by thousands of effulgent milkmaids, whose garments are becoming loose again and again from the extreme pleasure of hearing his flute, and who are trying to hold them up. That adolescent boy, the pinnacle of munificence, places liberation from birth and death into the hands of his surrendered devotees. That adolescent boy, the pinnacle of munificence, places liberation from birth and death into the hands of his surrendered devotees. We worship that dark, bluish young boy, in whom culminate the principal stimuli for amorous love. We worship that dark, bluish boy, in whom culminate the principal stimuli for amorous love, which causes Radha to become languid with beauty of his dancing sidelong glances, and who in turn becomes languid with love when Sri Radha and her girlfriends cast their sidelong glance at him. That boy's beauty, like waves of nectar, engenders an extreme thirst in the eyes of Radha and her companions. And conversely, the nectarian beauty makes him thirsty to see them. He is affectionately worshipped by Radha's wistful glances, and he enjoys loving pastimes with Radha and her friends on the bank of the Yamuna. We worship that young bluish boy, the source of the God of love, who has attained unchallenged dominion over love's sweetness. So, who else is here? How about River? You want to come on? And yeah, why don't we get some action up here? Does anybody want to come on? Feels a little flat to me without some devotees up here. A lot to say about these verses, but it's kind of like submerged, like, yeah, can't do it. Just continue. I don't know. I don't feel like totally with it here on these things. I don't know why. Krishna chastise. I'm just going to start kind of skipping around here and see what grabs this soul here. Krishna chastises the serpent Kolya. Shukadev Goswami said, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, seeing that the Yamuna River had been contaminated by the black snake Kolya, desired to purify the river, and thus the Lord banished him from it. King Parikshit inquired, O learned sage, please explain how the Supreme Personality of Godhead chastised the serpent Kolya within the unfathomable waters of the Yamuna. And how is it? Oh, great, we got some action here. There you go. There. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming. So why don't you read a little bit here? Read from Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chapter 3. Chapter 3 of Madhya Lila. What is this scratching thing here? Say something. Oh, something wrong with your microphone. Something scratching. I feel like do you have something? What is wrong with the microphone? Oh, you're on the computer, probably. Okay, so go off and come back on again. Go off and come back on. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Feeling kind of slack. Slack is the best word I can describe this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. She's probably restarting the computer. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Yeah. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Okay, starting up the laptop. Yeah. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Chapter 16, okay. Canto 16. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari. Okay, I'll start reading here. This is, here we go. This is chapter or canto 10. Is it canto 10? Yeah, canto 10, chapter 16. The demigods appeal to the Lord for protection. Shukadeva Goswami said, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, seeing that the Yamuna River had been contaminated by the black... No, this is the wrong... Isn't that what I was... What the heck happened? It's in chapter 5. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. This is Canto 8, Chapter 5. The demigods appeal to the Lord for protection. Shukadeva Goswami continued, O king, I have described to you the pastime of Gajendra, Mokshana, which is most pious to hear. Hearing of such activities of the Lord, one can be freed from all sinful reactions. Now please listen to and describe as I describe Raivita Manu. The brother of Tamsa Manu was the fifth Manu. Oh, I'm not gonna all these Manu things. Okay, from the skipped a little bit. Verse 4. From the combination of Subhadra and his wife, Vaikunthath, where there appeared the Supreme Personality of Godhead, along with the demigods who were his personal plenary expansions. Yeah, so much in these verses. Can't seem to talk about it right now. Just to please the goddess of fortune, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just to please the goddess of fortune, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vaikuntanath, at her request, created another Vaikuntha planet, which is worshipped by everyone. Although the great activities of the transcendental qualities, although the great activities and transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's various incarnations are wonderful, wonderfully described, sometimes we are unable to understand them. Yet, everything is possible for Lord Vishnu. If one could count the atoms of the universe, then he could count the qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But no one can count the atoms of the atoms of the universe, nor can anyone count the transcendental qualities of the Lord. Must be an old laptop you got there. Mine starts up in 2 seconds. Okay, let's see here. Sri Shukadev Goswami said, within the river Kalindi, Yamuna. No, I gotta get rid of these things. I keep getting to the wrong thing here. Okay. By churning the ocean of milk, Ajita produced nectar for the demigods. In this form of a tortoise, he moved here and there, carrying on his back the great mountain known as Mandira. King Parikshit inquired, O great Brahmin, Shukadev Goswami, why and how did Lord Vishnu churn the ocean of milk? For what reason did he stay in the water as a tortoise and hold up Mandara mountain? How did the demigods obtain nectar? And what other things were produced from the churning of the ocean? Kindly describe all these wonderful activities of the Lord. My heart, which is disturbed by the 3 miserable conditions of life, is not yet satiated by hearing you describe the glorious activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the master of the devotees. Sri Shukadev Goswami said, O learned Brahman, Brahmanas assembled here. Shukadev Goswami said, O learned Brahmanas assembled here at Naimisharanya. When Shukadev Goswami, Sutta Goswami, when Sri Sutta Goswami said, O learned Brahmanas assembled here at Naimisharanya. When Shukadev Goswami, the son of Dvaipana, was thus questioned by the king, he congratulated the king and then endeavored to describe further the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shukadev Goswami said, when the Asuras... So what's happening, River? Why isn't this working? Oh, very slow. I thought you were getting a new computer. Why don't you get a new computer? Get a Samsung. It starts in 2 seconds and always works. Never a problem. Never. Zero problems. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Good if you're really into this, and this goes for everybody. Get good equipment, man. Isn't this your life? This is my life and soul. Is doing sadhu sangha and associating with devotees. Take it seriously. I mean, get the best equipment you can so you can stay connected. What else do you got in this world? What else is here? Is this important to you? Yeah, this goes for everybody. Upgrade your equipment, get nice things so you can stay connected really nicely and even come on. So yeah. Okay, let's try that. That's not. What is this? An old computer or something? Okay, anyway, it is what it is. So don't worry about it. Yeah. Take life seriously. You know what? This is life. Life is the glories of the Lord, man. There's no other real life. I mean, Let's see if this works. Okay. All right. Let me try my headphones on. Maybe that'll help.
Still making that noise.
Well, let me see. Let me try this headphone thing here. Just a second. Let me try my thing. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works better. Yeah. No, it's still echoing. Don't you have headphones too? You need headphones.
Yeah, I do. I'm just gonna because I took extra sleep. But it's coming on at the moment.
Yeah, all you need is headphones.
Okay. I'm gonna swap over to the computer, so it should be better. So I'm gonna off here, come back on the computer.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Hare Krishna. Okay, I'll continue here. Oh, I got somebody else. Oh, back already. That was quick.
Well, if it works. I don't know why. It's not usually this slow for some reason.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that better?
Okay. You got what book you got? Yeah.
I've got the Chaitanya Bhagavat open on the chapter that you asked me. Chapter 3, Madhya.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. All glories to you, Maharaj. All glories to my spiritual master. I offer you my respectful obeisances. I'm gonna read. I'm just gonna read. All obeisances to you, Maharaj. I offer you my humble respect. So this is Madhya chapter 3. It's Sri Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda meet in Navadvip. All glories to Lord Vishwambar, the omnipotent supreme Lord of all loving entities. He is the beloved Lord of Nityananda Prabhu and Gadadhar Pandit. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, Advaita Acharya Prabhu, and all the pure devotees and all pure devotees of the Lord who have captured him by their unalloyed devotion. My dear Lord, I am very wretched and miserable, and a miserable person. Please awaken in me the mood of devotion and redeem me from this ocean of material nations. The devotees repeatedly floated on waves of transcendental transcendental bliss. seeing the manifestations of Lord Chaitanya's ecstatic mood. Lord Chaitanya's devotees, are as dear to him as his very life. Chanting Krishna's name, Lord Chaitanya wept bitterly. Wept bitterly in separation. In separation from the Lord. He embraced his beloved devotees who gathered around him, crying in ecstatic love for Krishna. The devotees undeviatingly engaged in devotional service experienced Krishna experienced Krishna praying in the association of Lord Chaitanya. Even stone-like hearts would melt at the sight of the Lord's ecstatic manifestations. The devotees found no more interest in wealth, family, and children. Okay.
Yeah, they found this is the higher taste thing. This is why the only real possibility is you have to get this amazing transcendental taste for the shelter of the Lord, which are these pastimes and these names, and this taste you start to just realize that this is the greatest thing. This is the greatest happiness, greatest experience, greatest purification, greatest everything. And I see Vaishnavism now. People, they say, "Oh, this stuff is really great." They're still building friggin' temples. Even at this time, everything's being destroyed, and they're trying to build and break up old temples and make a new one. They get so friggin' bored or something. I can't believe it. All that energy to break up a temple like in Mathura, and they're making another one. And these are supposed. Why? It just doesn't make sense to me. Here, God, this is how this was 550. They got so into this chanting, it tasted so fantastic, literally spiritually awakened. They realized this is the temple, this is the temple, and they just built it. This is how you build this temple, is keep tasting this nectar. And look what they're doing now in the name of real Vaishnava. I don't consider that real Vaishnavism. They're just the world is being destroyed and they're building temples. They're going to just destroy the damn things again. Right now they're after the Christians, they're after the Hindus. They want to get rid of religion now and everything. And this is Krishna saying, okay, it's time to build the real temple. This is the real temple. The temple of the heart, man. Build that temple. It's neglected in Vaishnavism. They're all external ceremonies. All these Raganuga Bhaktas, so Raganuga, they're just still building, breaking the old temple. They got to make another one. Spend all their time and energy building the external temples. This is Vaishnavism. This is called idol worshiping. That's why it's just the deity always. Instead of seeing, it's this communion with God, which is the real thing, man. If you're not doing this, you're out of here, man. Krishna's saying, it's enough of that external stuff. It doesn't please him. It's a whole new program, started with Jesus and then Lord Chaitanya. And now, people still want to build temples, the external temples. And then they see this and like Lalita Ganga, and I'm just fed up with these people. Get the hell out of here. Who the hell needs you? You stay in the material world, a few more life. We'll just deal. Whoever wants, you want real life, this is real life. You want bhakti? Come here. Otherwise, get out of here. Who the hell needs you? You block the guy. You don't need this bullshit, man. You're just in the way. Just stay in the material world, rot in it if you need to, until your heart changes. You know, this is these people, they're hardened criminals, literally hardened by the material world. What can be done? What do we just got to keep them around on our thing? Rah, 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 I hate you. Rah, rah. Well, get out of here, man. Go worship somewhere else. Go to the where they're building external temples and stay in there a few more lifetimes. You know, this is so juicy and so wonderful and so real. What's going on? Yeah. Gadadhar, he wouldn't even look at the faces of these fault finders, those who would criticize. They criticize bhakti, man, pure bhakti. You know, there's in so much darkness. And anyway, sometimes it's good to kind of just spank them, man, with the truth. This is all I'm doing is spanking these guys, man. They need a good rod across their butt. You know? They think they can do this, and we're going to sit here. Oh yeah, we'll just sit here and take it. Yeah, go ahead. You know, yeah, keep blaspheming the real life in the world and keep blocking it for people who believe your bullshit, man. They believe in liars and cheaters. Okay, we'll take them with you. Go down into this darkness if you want. What are you going to do, man? We're here for those who want life. This is real life here. This is real beauty. This is real life, real purification. And the Lord wants to make it very easy. You know, he's giving so much amazing mercy. And this is the way you treat it. Okay, well, step aside, get out, stay in the darkness. You know, as long as it takes for you to say, blessed are those who come in the true name of the Lord. Yeah, and that goes for all these. That's why, you know, the Lord's taken these temples out. Oh, you don't want to worship the Spirit? This is where it's at, man. It's all worship in the Spirit, man. Worship in ecstasy, glorifying the Spirit, glorifying Radharani. Man, keep protecting her in this world. That's what I'm here. I'm here to protect Radharani. That Spirit, she's gonna dance in this world, man, for the world, just like Lord Chaitanya did. And I'm here to sit there and make sure the audience is respectful. If not, get out of the theater here, man. You're not qualified to get on to watch this Radha and Krishna dance on the stage, man. Go ahead there, Rita. I just wanted to rant a little bit.
Okay.
Believe it or not, devotees rant also. If they have rants here, devotees rant also. Rant about things in relationship to Krishna, man. You know.
Rant away.
We have pet peeves.
The devotees found no more interest in wealth, family, and children. Day and night.
Yeah, because you find real wealth. Real wealth is this bhakti. See, and family is this. This is they were. This is what that saying of Jesus when he said, "Those who give up friends, family, and lands and everything for my namesake will be rewarded with friends and family and everything." He said, because everything gets uplifted, literally up-leveled and uplifted to the spiritual platform. And then your real family shows up, the eternal family. That's just like we're right on course because this is the eternal family. See? Yeah. So you're rewarded with more friends and more real family instead of a nuclear thing. I mean, it's fine if they want to go with the program. If not, they stay at it like they're outsiders on the little distance. They can sit there and watch. But this is the real family. You'll feel this is the real bond. This is an eternal bond. See, this is when you really got real bhakti lata bij. It's like this. You enter the real temple and the real family, and you become, hey, this shows we're on the page of Lord Chaitanya. We feel many of us are feeling like that. I don't feel like my family. It's like I have like whatever's left of them. They're just, not even interested in this. So I have no interest in them personally. I mean, oh, you have no interest in this? Well, I'm at the stage. I've been doing enough bhajan. That's not real. Oh, you're not interested? Well, I have no time. I have time for the real family and real family members to come. Anybody interested in what we're doing is more family to me than that. That's external. What? Your family is in Maya, man. You're going to get another brother and another father and another husband and another friend in your next life. And you won't even know me. You don't even know me now. You won't know me then. That's how I feel. That's how this gets. If they want an opportunity, they can come. You know, if they can handle it, if it's in their destiny. If not, man, let's collect family members this way. Let's preach the truth, man. Let's be in the truth. Let's relish the truth and let the real family members come. Wouldn't you say that's a great deal? There must be people out there. I think there's some Vaishnavas in Gaudiya Smiti, Gaudiya Mat know what I'm talking about. You guys come and leave the others to break the old temples and build the new ones and be in external worship. You know, let them do that and we'll build this temple, man. This temple you cannot destroy. This is the temple of soul. The soul is eternal and it activates inside the body here. The temple's already built, really, the external one. What do you need another one for? Another external temple. You got this external body. You know, let's awaken the soul now. This is where Vaishnavism is going. Man, we're here to awaken the soul and nourish the soul. Build that holy temple. Yeah. You know, yeah. Go ahead, River.
Okay. Thank you. Day and night, they remained by the side of the Lord, chanting Krishna's name. Sri Gaura Chandra became absolutely absorbed in love of Krishna. He exhibited different devotional moods, finding inspiration from the topics and the devotees discussed in the devotional mellows of servitude. He would cry for hours as if Mother Ganga had descended through his eyes. Then, in a jolly mood, he would laugh for hours when he fell unconscious. He remained without breath for several hours. At times, when he became aware of his position as the Supreme Personality, he would, with real arrogance, say, I am him, the Supreme Lord, and laugh. Where is that old man? Where is that old man, Advaita Acharya? the one who brought me here from my spiritual abode. I will fulfill his desire and distribute Krishna Prem to every home. Excuse
The curtain's opening. You got to learn to blow the conch. And it's got to have some sound in it, you know. It's like a baby conch.
Jai Shri Gaura Haridas. moment, the Lord would cry out, "Oh Krishna, oh my beloved, oh my Lord," and weeping, he would tie his feet with his long, with his long curly tresses. Once he repeated a shloka from the Srimad Bhagavatam, spoken by Akura as he came to take Krishna and Balaram away to Mathura. He fell to, he fell to the ground. He fell to the ground like a stick, offering his obeisances. As if he were Akura, absorbed in ecstatic trance, he said, "Oh Nanda, let us take Krishna and Balaram to Mathura and see the great festival at the palace where we are performing the Dharma Yagna sacrifice." In this way, Lord Chaitanya exhibited so many ecstatic moods. This gave unlimited bliss. This gave unlimited bliss to all the devotees present there. One day, the Lord heard the pastimes of Krishna in his incarnation as a boar, Lord Varaha. Roaring, he rushed to Mohari Gupta's house. Lord Chaitanya had a special love for Mohari Gupta. Just like Lord Ramachandra had a special love for Hanuman. When Lord Gaurachandra arrived at Mohari Gupta's house, Mohari Gupta received the Lord. Mohari Gupta received the Lord with great respect, offering obeisances to the Lord's lotus feet. The Lord hurried past him shouting, "Varaha! Varaha!" Mohari Gupta was left dumbfounded, looking all around him. The Lord entered the temple room of Lord Vishnu and saw a beautiful water pot standing in the corner. Just at that moment, the Lord took from just as that moment, the Lord took the form of Lord Varaha. Absorbed in this mood, he lifted the water pot with He lifted the water pot with his tusks, and roaring loudly like a boar, he stood there with his four hooves. The Lord ordered Mohari Gupta, "Please offer prayers to me, Mohari." Mohari remained dumbfounded, amazed by this extraordinary sight. No words came to it. The Lord then said, Speak up, Mohari, speak up. You do not have to fear. Don't you know my supreme identity?" Trembling with fear, Mori pleaded with the Lord, saying, "Oh Lord, oh Lord, only you yourself know how to glorify yourself and offer praise." Lord Anantasesh, who holds the entire creation upon just one of his hoods, has manifested 1,000 mouths to glorify you. Yet he laments that he cannot find the limits of your glory. Who is more capable than Anantasesh to glorify you? The entire material universe follows the instructions of the Vedas. Yet these very Vedas are unable to fully reveal your transcendental absolute nature. We have heard that there are unlimited number of universes. Unlimited number of universes in this material creation, and that they all emanate from the pores of your transcendental body. You are the fully independent supreme autocrat, and you are always blissful. How is it possible for the limited Vedic literature to describe the pastimes? You are the fully independent supreme autocrat, and you are always blissful. How is it possible for the limited Vedic literature to describe the pastimes which you perform according to your own sweet according to your own sweet will? Therefore, O Lord, only you know yourself fully, and others can know you only if you reveal yourself to them through your causeless mercy. What ability do I possess to offer you prayers and glorify you? Saying this, Moari Gupta fell flat upon the Thank you. Saying this, Moari Gupta fell flat upon the floor, offering Dandivant obeisances to the Lord. Lord Varaha was pleased with Moari Gupta's words, then expressing anger at the Vedic literatures, he spoke aloud. The Vedas have the audacity the audacity to say that I have no hands, no legs, no mouth, and no eyes. There is a mischievous sannyasi living in Kashi, who teaches this to his students. This rascal tries to mutilate my transcendental form. He studies the Vedas and teaches others, but he does not accept my transcendental form. As a result,
this is the beautiful path. You know, these people lack information. They lack the path to understand these beautiful things. The Lord had to come here personally to teach these things. Like, people say he has no hands. He's just like not a priest, some energy. God is an energy, and they don't really know him. They have, they don't have information that he's actually a person. He's very personable. You can have a relationship with him. They don't know this. See, they lack information. They don't know you have to come through the devotees, the real devotees who have a relationship already with him. The friend introduces you to the supreme friend. Simple things like this. People don't know. They don't know how easy it could be. They listen to speculators, people that are on all these various paths that don't give this kind of happiness. That's why you got to see the devotees tasting and relishing the transcendental nature of the name. It's the most glorious happiness on the planet. And it's so glorious, people, they can't even realize, you have to practically tell them, with a sledgehammer of truth and say, hey man, can't you see this is real happiness? This is real knowledge. Can't you see the devotees are more intelligent than Socrates, more intelligent than Einstein. They have a devotional intelligence that Einstein didn't even have. Because it's the Lord's intelligence. No one can know you, like Murari said, except by your mercy. So your devotees get liberated from birth and death. All these things that people don't even know they have multiple births and deaths. Even the Christians, they're still like, reincarnation. You're uninformed. And there's no reason for it, because Lord Chaitanya came and distributed all this knowledge. It's much better than thinking, well, I don't know, is there incarnation? No, the Bible doesn't say there's anything. Well, the Bible didn't reveal everything, just like the Vedas didn't reveal everything. Look at Lord Chaitanya. He's saying, look, the Vedas at that point, they were just preaching this, God is an energy. Hey, I got no hands, no feet. Look at me. I got hands and feet. He came as a person. People can't, no, God can't come as a person. Why not? Because I'm better than, this way, everybody thinks they're more smart than Guru and God. They always do it. And that's how it shows up. These guys think they're more smart than what's going on here. They have a hard time that Gohari is named Acharya and what do you call it? Bhakti Vedanta and all that. They have a hard time with that. Why? Just because we're showing what real Bhakti Vedantas should know and should understand and should taste, and should show the real qualification on their temple person, not some piece of paper I can crumble up and throw in the wastebasket. Or look at the temple I built out there. No, let me see the temple you built in here. Let's see that. Now that's impressive. People have a hard time. They can't even realize what is simple. That's why you have to come in the real parampara. This is the real parampara here for all of them, for Gaudiya Samiti, for Gaudiya Math, for ISKCON. You want this? This is real, man. This is what Lord Chaitanya came to bring, and we got it, and we distribute it. Otherwise, you're not in the club. You're not in Lord Chaitanya's club. It's an exclusive club. It's exclusive bhakti. It's the most wonderful bhakti on this planet, and it's here in this Sangha, and it's not in Gaudiya Samiti, and it's not in Gaudiya Math, and it's not in ISKCON. This is where it is, you people out there. We show it to you, we teach about it, and you still don't understand. Therefore, I'll just directly tell you. Whether you accept it or not, then just stay out there and take another birth and do your rules. Break up the old temples externally out there and build new external temples, and keep doing that until your heart changes and realize, my God, is there something more to Krishna consciousness? Yeah, it's a lot more. And it's all inside. You can relax, man. You don't have to be continually building all these external with lots of energy, lots of money, and doing it right now when everything is being destroyed in the world. Unbelievable. How dumb things are in Vaishnavism. And these are considered highest gurus. Yeah, you're high, you're just small. You're a small fry to me. You're not acting intelligently. That's what I see. And so people, they don't know what is real bhakti. Real bhakti is what you see in this Sangha here, man. You see a woman reading Chaitanya Bhagavat in ecstasy and laughing and crying just like Lord Chaitanya did. See? That's a family member, man. And if you can't prove you're a family member like that, you are not a family member. You're just a cheater and a liar and a hypocrite. You don't know God. She does. You don't. She's following the real path and getting the real result, proving this is true, and that's proving that is false. False followers out there, all of them, because they can't show what just she's showing, and not to speak of the other devotees. See? Got to laugh at my jokes. See, she laughs now. Before she was wondering why I had to laugh at my own jokes. Now I have other people laughing at them. Isn't it great? See, I have an audience now. Finally, Lily is probably laughing too over there. Go ahead, read on there. I'm getting inspired now. I'm waking up now. I was really slack. I was like, I was thinking, hey man, I'm on stage. I got to perform, man. I can't do it. I got no help, man. Yeah, thank God. See, somebody came in. There's all these juicy things to talk. I just couldn't do it, man. No energy in them. Go ahead. Read on.
Okay, Maharaj. As a result of such blasphemy, he has been attacked by the dreaded disease, leprosy, but he cannot understand the reason for his affliction.
You see why I get a little tough sometimes, and I told that guy, hey, they need to know this. They don't know. They think, oh, we can just go and steamroll the devotees. You need a warrior. You need a guy with a helmet, I come here, you see the warrior stance with these guys. They need to see a little bit of that. They can't push devotees around. What do you think? Hey, baloney. And the Lord, you see, he's teaching that way. Sometimes the Lord would do that. Sometimes soft, sometimes with a nice little truth bomb. You take that jewel, and you throw it over in there. You throw it over at their feet, man. And it turns from a jewel into a transcendental grenade and explodes. Yeah. See how the Lord, you got, you look at you blaspheming the devotees and devotion and all that. Hey, man, people say, why are you blaspheming the blasphemers? Well, because my Lord sometimes does that. It's just natural, like father, like son. You do it to teach people. They don't know. They think, oh, it's good. They listen to these people. I got to make it for the record. I told you, I got a hat. It's a lawyer's hat. I got to state for the record. You don't blaspheme internal devotion. It's the most precious thing in this world. It's the most important thing in this world.
Yes.
You're not on my watch. You can wait till I pass from this body and blaspheme away and mislead everybody. But while I'm here, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to glorify what is glorifiable, and that's ecstatic devotion. It is the most perfect thing in the world. It's in this world, and it's the most beautiful and rare jewel in this world. Yeah. So anybody criticizing it, you're going to come to. I'm going to take you to task here. And otherwise, that's why they're building external temples still after 50 years, thinking they're Raganuga Bhaktas. Baloney, Raganuga Bhakti. Man, let's see they haven't built, they neglected this temple because they didn't come in the real line yet. The real line is here. This is a message to all of you guys in there. You want real bhakti? Well, it's right here. It's right in front of your eyes. You can look in the books that you don't understand. And you can see it in there, even though you can't even see, you can't even hear. What kind of friggin' guru are you? You mean nothing to me and nothing to what we're doing here and nothing to the Lord's mission here now. You come in line, otherwise the Lord's taking people out. It's just this, hey man, this spirit worship is the only thing going to save people in the world. Calling out to the real Lord, man. And the real Lord comes like this, and then you reject him. What help can you get if you reject this Lord? The Lord is coming to you. He's coming. You calling him, and he's coming as spirit, man, as ecstatic emotion, just like he came 550 years ago. And he's here again now. He's come at our call. I called for 25 years, preaching every day to an empty camera, man, calling my Lord. And this is how far it's come already. It's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, go ahead there. Read up. I'm waking up now. Getting nice and arrogant. Yes. Wakes me up. It's cold water. It's like a cold shower.
I am the Lord of all sacrifices, the Supreme Lord Vishnu. There are no imperfections in my transcendental form. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are always engaged in glorifying my supreme transcendental position and nature.
Yeah, and that's, what is it? Everybody's trying to imitate. These guys in the Vaishnavism trying to imitate that trans. Oh, look at me. I'm perfect like my father's perfect. Bullshit, man. You'll never be perfect like Krishna. The best thing you can do is to taste his perfection, relish it, taste it, glorify it, and otherwise trying to imitate it will get you nowhere but a big false ego that I've seen in Vaishnavism everywhere. They have no idea how the Lord is looking for this kind of worship that comes in the real line with the real followers. Chapter 12 of Adi Leela, man. Read it and weep. If you're lucky. If you're fortunate, you'll weep. If you hear it here, guaranteed, in due course, you'll weep. Chapter 12, Adi Lee, that's all there. There are false followers. That's all of you guys out there building your external temples still after 50 years. You didn't get with that where that was leading. See, you're a false follower until you worship like River there. Yes, real follower. See, real follower follows in the path of praying, came in the real line, has gotten praying, follows the path of prema, laughing and crying and choking up, and you're relishing these words of the Lord, because that's him. She's associating with Lord Chaitanya and getting the transcendental benefit, man. That's true. This is real Krishna consciousness in action. Movie, man. No passive. Let's build some temples, man. Let's get some money and build some external temples. That's passive. That's nothing. It's empty worship. The Lord they honor me with your lips, but your heart is far away. See, this is a heart is close when you see an ecstatic devotee. And you guys, after 50 years of Krishna consciousness or 100 years, still don't love this kind of worship. Well, I got to just tell you, frankly, you're an illusion. There ain't no sannyasis or gurus if you can't appreciate this. This is finally the Lord is coming to this world again and distributing freely this ecstatic devotion. Yeah, and you blaspheme and criticize. Even inside our own group, we have blasphemers, and that's good. If you just stay here and blaspheme, that's okay. You know, stay here and realize that's the shit on top of your stupidity that you picked up in this world. This is all the conditioning. You know, this is the why it's a secret to people here. They can't see. They're blind. You know, they're blind. So stay around people who can see long enough, and your eyes will gradually open. You know, live as long as you can. Don't wait to die. What is it? Wait, I'm here waiting to die and everything. Because well, yeah, just die materially like this. You know, die and let it burn up, and so that you can see who you are. This is your best chance, everybody in this association. The hot fire here, man. This is a sacrifice. The Lord loves these kinds of sacrifice. It's very hot. You know, flame. Oh, yeah. Flame on. Flame on. Flame. You see those waiters, they come with the, you know, they have to, they used to get these vegetable sizzlers in India. They come out and it's sizzling, man. The food is sizzling, man. That's what you get here. Sizzling food. It sizzles here. Do you notice? It doesn't just drizzle. No, sizzling. Mantra, man. Sizzling word. Sizz. See, I got somebody finally to laugh at my jokes, man. You know how many years it's taken to get somebody to laugh at my jokes? Finally. And only the Lord laughs at my jokes. That's proof the Lord has taken over her. She's got a he's a walk-in. There's a walk-in over there. He's walked into that body over there, man. The Wonder Croon is wondering what the hell happened to my wife, man. I don't relate to this. What's going on? It's just stick around. Sizzle a little bit more, man.
He's sizzling away.
Go ahead.
Okay. A mere touch of my body can spiritualize and purify everything. Yet
They touch of the body, and that's what you see. When you see this is the intimacy the Lord's looking for, because when you see a devotee relishing this name to the point of tears and laughter and all that stuff, you're touching the transcendental body of the Lord. He's touching you. And that's why it purifies you enough to purify the world and to be called a Bhakti Vedanta. See, because you're so close to the Lord, you get purified like in a profoundly better than building 1,000,000 of those temples out there is still trying to do. This kind of temple building is that you're building just by touching the Lord's transcendental body. You're so close. You went in the parampara. You've been brought as an insider. See, into the inner worship of the Lord and understanding very subtle principles. Oh, just by chanting his name and tasting this closeness, I'm actually purified. What do I need some external rule to purify me when I'm just touching the body of the Lord? You know, he's touching my body. I'm touching him with me. Just zappo, man. All those little mosquitoes called sins. Just boom, God, finish, finish. Finished. It is finished, man. Sins just get finished just by chanting the Lord in ecstatic intimacy and ecstasy. Who the heck knows about these things? I think only we do in this time. Now, am I off base? Am I exaggerating, or is this exactly true? Is this exactly what you see here in this Sangha?
absolutely.
This kind of worship, this kind of potency, this kind of purification is exquisite, is summum bonum, is par, as Prabhupada would say, par excellence, excellente, as they say in Mexico. Excellente. Go ahead.
Okay. Yet, yet that rascal is so insolent that he proclaims that my transcendental form is not existent. Carefully hear my opinion, Muari Gupta.
See, carefully hear the Lord's opinion, and he gives that opinion through the devotees. All they do. I don't have my own opinion. I have the Lord. It's right there in front of me now because I chanted the Lord's name in ecstasy for so long that I look at the book and I see the Lord's opinion. I'm not speculating, and I'll prove it, man. And that's the only way. To those who worship the Lord with ecstatic devotion, see, loving ecstasy, like that verse says in word for word, and the verse, I give them the understanding. That means you look at the book, it's right there in front of you, written by realized devotees like Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod, and Krishna Das Kaviraj. It's just like right there, man. It's just right there. And these guys look at it cross-eyed because they got no real bhakti awakened. Dark glasses, they're looking at the verses. Oh, let's see, we can drum up some mental meaning, man. That's why they're out there building these external temples still. And when everything's being demolished. See? The temple is built now with the name and the spirit-filled worship. You got to be on the move now. You notice that you got to be on the move. Yeah. Go ahead there. Go ahead.
Maharaj, I was talking to this devotee from India. He's previously a pilot in the Indian Army. And I've been spending some time with him and speaking about everything that you've been teaching us. And he understands it from his head. But he wants to stay in his, which he calls his lower dharm. He says, you're elevated, but he wants to stay in, it's a Hanuman thing. I wasn't exactly sure about that. But he understands it all and he really appreciates it. But he wants to stay in his dharm where he's at. Because he says, I can't do that. I'm not like that. When I keep telling him all he needs to do is come and hear from you or the devotees and simply listen to that and hear these teachings, and you can be elevated. But they're just stuck in that conditioning, that real Indian conditioning. For me, I've just learned myself how deep that conditioning is actually. Because they want to study themselves. He wants to study himself. And it's a very difficult way. But they want.
Well, yeah, you see, this is a path of greed. So you can present things and do, but not everybody has the greed. The greed is this, they see you worship and they desire, like, yeah, I want to worship. Because if they don't have it, they don't have it. Just like, oh, you don't want this? Well, then what do you want? Well, I just want to be stuck in my dom or do, okay, well, just stay there. The Lord gives you what you want. We're here to show this kind of worship. Show it. Showcase it. Showcase. It's like, hey, put it on the stage of the world. All the world's a stage. Okay, this is showcasing it like Lord Chaitanya Nityananda did. And whoever's interested, you're interested. You came, right? Others are coming. So stay with those. Of course, there'll be fewer because that's kind of how it is. A lot of people are highly contaminated, or they just have other desires. Even look in Vaishnavism, some come for a while and then they go back. They want to, no, I like the shackled thing. I like to be, in the shackle. Let me put the rule shackle on. And then I like the more hardened look. Okay, fine, man. I like to make it, this is too easy. I just sit there and can in ecstasy. No, I want hard work, man. I want to do some austerities, man. I want to do some renunciation. I want to look good, man. I want to be a teacher. I want to teach austerities. I want to teach how to put the T-lock on really straight, man. Okay. Fine, we'll go our merry way. You go your unhappy way. Whatever you want. We'll go the merry way. You go the unhappy way. That is, what are you going to do? Some spaghetti, well, see, some spaghetti sticks to the wall. See, you stuck to the wall. Isn't that nice?
want to stay stuck.
I don't know why it doesn't make any sense why anybody leave a great developing family. Here we're actually building a real temple, man. I mean,
Yeah.
God, our temples are growing to me, that's progress. know, every day this chanting gets deeper and like more intimate communion with God. To me, I'm in like la la heavy land, la la land, real la la. It's la 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 la. It's like every day's a song, And I want to give that up, man. I'm living the fairy tale. I'm living the dream. It's become real, man. You guys go on living your dream. This is becoming more real every day, man.
when you do Harinam, and you point the camera to the floor, I feel like I'm skipping along with you. It's so nice. And dancing, skipping along at the side.
No shoes, man. It's great, and there's no glass anywhere. It's fantastic. This is cleaner streets than in America, man. And even just walk anywhere without shoes on. It's concrete, unfortunately, but hey, man, my feet feel better.
My mother, she had like leather soles when she came to England. Now her feet are soft like babies.
Yeah. Wear the shoes.
Okay, shall I read on?
Yeah.
Okay. I will reveal to you that which is unmanifest, even by the Vedas. I accepted the incarnation of Varaha.
Yeah, so the Lord reveals to his devotees what has not even been revealed in many of the Vedas, just even in Bhagavatam. So the Lord reveals, because he comes here and reveals more of himself. He does it personally. And he did as Lord Chaitanya. That's why it's wondrous to see this incarnation, especially when you start to relish his presence, because you have to taste it. You have to taste it with awakened spiritual senses. And the only real possibility to do that practically is by associating with those who are tasting these transcendental glories. There's no other way to do it. It's so advanced. It takes a lot of purification to get there, and then it's offered very quickly amongst the fires. These hot fires are the devotees in this world. The bumblebees, buzzing really close to the Lord. And so you got to be around that flame, see? And it burns your karma really fast and the obstacles and the anarthas that are in the way. This is why it doesn't work in these other groups. They claim to be associates of Lord Chaitanya, but they don't do the job. They can't do the job. They can't burn away people's karma. They can't manifest that hot flame. Is that you or me? It's some Indian probably calling. They always call during the day. As soon as they call me, and if I tell them to stop and they don't, they're out of there, man. Block, finished. Blockola. Go ahead, read on.
I'm just going to put my phone silent. Okay. I have so many Indian men calling me.
More and more, what I'm seeing more and more is how neophyte Vaishnavism is, and all these things that people are glorifying that's so high, they're really not. This is real devotion, high class devotion. Here, it's been given to devotees here. You're here amongst devotees who are not pretentious. Pretentious, pretender, pretentious. Want to, they're puffed up. Want to be elitist and all that stuff. You're realizing it's not about that. It's devotees here that are getting this taste, are happy just relishing this taste, and everything comes from that. That's the way respect comes. Ultimately, just by tasting this bhakti and relishing it, people get purified, even subjectively, and then automatically respect comes, honor comes, all of that. and the devotee's not looking for it. See? Because the more close we get with God, everybody just naturally honors the Lord. See, even though you dishonor the Lord, it's actually honoring the Lord, because you cannot get away from some kind of attraction to God. We're built for it. That's why we're just made. The illusion is just twisting everything. That's all. See, but the closer we get to the transcendental Lord, the more the world gets purified, and more honor is given to the devotee who represents that Lord. Because the Lord is naturally, he says, yeah, he likes to honor, just like the devotees love to honor the Lord and his other real devotees. See? The Lord loves to honor his devotees because they're very important in the world, just naturally. Otherwise, he's not properly representative. Look at all these people saying they're representatives of Krishna and Lord Chaitanya, and they're really not that good. I mean, they're really usually not even awakened, or not awakened much. So they misrepresent a lot of what the Lord really is. See, so now that's we're here to represent the Lord as ecstatic, man. Don't you see? It shows right in the book, isn't it? Lord was in ecstasy. Why you have a problem with ecstasy here? Well, you're a sahaja. Well, then what? The Lord was a sahaja too? What made him see people? We can help people get over this. Otherwise, there's no chance for them to get over this obstacle of how to tell the difference between a sahaja and one who is genuinely worshiping in ecstasy, because they don't know. They don't worship in ecstasy themselves. Therefore, they have no real relationship. They have to be taught. They have to hear from an experienced, knowledgeable, experienced devotee relishing mellows. Otherwise, they cannot know these things. No one can know. Just simply, if you want to know, how do you tell a sahaja from a genuine devotion? Is a devotee who has real devotion, it's by their Bhagavad Gita 10:10. They get real knowledge and real understanding. And if you listen to them and you're somewhat sincere and you're really looking for the truth, you'll see that their knowledge is different, is uncommon, is clean, is clear, logical, better than anything you heard anywhere from non-devotees that have no devotion like that. It's not just intellectual knowledge. It's solid, man. It's substantial. It does stuff, man. It purifies your consciousness by wow, man, the songbook is really true. By their word, my ignorance is being destroyed. You actually experience that instead of it just being a song you don't understand for 40 years. You actually, wow, I'm singing a song and it's my world now. Man, yeah, my ignorance is being destroyed. My God, I'm picking up this ecstatic bhakti. It's dripping off this person. See? Becomes real. See, everything, the Vedas become real. See, real what? Realized. See, real eyes. Real eyes. See, your eyes have to be realized. See, that's what you get here. I mean, this is so glorious here because it does. It works, man. It's an action plan that works. And people make real progress here. Find the real path. Go ahead, read on.
I accepted the incarnation of Varaha. Sorry, Maharaj, did you say something?
No.
I accepted the incarnation of Varaha to lift the material world out of the waters of nescience. Know me to be the unlimited goal of the
See, the waters of nations. See, all these things are codes. All these things mean something. Yeah, they're glorious to explain as they are. This is why when you get purified, your heart's purified. You look at these codes and you can decode them. Decode the Vedas. Yeah, I incarnated. See, the Lord incarnates in this world. He's transcendental. He lifts the world. The world is us who are actually spirit souls, but we're identified with the material energy. What is the purpose of the Lord lifting the world out of the waters of devastation? See, the waters of devastation are the three modes of nature. They're like water. They're drowning people. The Mayas compare to like an ocean where people are drowning in these modes. These modes are covering their soul, and they become weak and chained down in this darkness, various levels of darkness. See? What is the alternative? Lord Chaitanya's mercy now in this Kali Yuga, man. Through his devotees, man. Get connected like this, man. They touch the body of the Lord. He's touching your body, man, and he's lifting you out of the waters of devastation. You notice that, River? He's lifting you out of this. See? He's come as Lord Chaitanya, always does the same thing. He lifts our consciousness and up levels it out of the world so that we can meditate on his transcendental form, his transcendental virtues and qualities, and be empowered and purify the world for the first time in a long time. Yeah. There's no other alternative but the association of real devotees. They are the door, man. They're the narrow gate. Otherwise, there's all these paths of non-devotees. If you don't have this pure bhakti devotional potency, man, it is rare and it is beautiful and it's the most perfect thing in this world if you ever see it. It's in some Christians and it's in some Vaishnavas. Very few right now. This is the Lord is come to give this potency, and this is what delivers us. It's the medium for connecting with the true virtues of the Lord and appreciation of them, taste of them, so that we can bond with the transcendental Lord. And then we're just lifted out. See, we're lifted by the Lord out. We just hold on to the Lord's transcendental qualities, right? Just relishing them. And he just lifts us right out of this illusion, man, easily. Yeah, that's why you hold on to Guru. Who are you holding on to? You're holding on to who they're holding on to. It's like a rope, and they're part of it, to the transcendental world. They're the only road. You can't. Look at. They're not getting pulled out. Look at. They're building external temples still, and all. I look at their studies. All external flowers. It's so boring, man. I tell you, man. I never was attracted to that stuff, and they're glorifying that as the path, as the real Raganuga path. I'm sorry, it ain't. It's not. No way, Jose. This is. This is its style. You'll see this knowledge is deeper here than there or anywhere else. This ecstatic devotion is deeper here than there or anywhere else. Therefore, you found the real path. You found Sat, Chit, and Ananda. You found real sons of God. See, son of Ananda and shit knowledge. Man. It's not a shit coin. They call them shit coins. It's not shit knowledge. Shit knowledge is just intellectual word jugglery. It's garbage, man.
Yes.
It's kalya inside of the Vedas. It's just the waters of the Vrindavan where people drink is the Hari Katha, coming from Krishna and Krishna's devotees, man, been polluted by the kalyas, especially now. That's why people can't do what we do, can't taste what we taste. See? Because they're just unwilling to associate with real devotees, with real devotion and real essential knowledge. They want to be bigger, better, and more than them. So therefore, they stay out in illusion and take more births. Oh yeah, maybe you can get a nice demigod birth. What's that? I don't want to be. I'm not interested in being a demigod. I want to be a devotee, man. No, I like being. No, I don't want to be. I like being a devotee. I like relishing this holy name. I love doing this. I just love whatever this is. I want to do this. See? That's what they call a devotee. I'm devoted to this taste, man. I'm devoted to the transcendental Lord. To me, this is the Lord. It's his name. It's my connection with God. That's why the Vedas say his name is him. Man, I know it. I believe it. I taste it. This is my potency in the world. This is my happiness. This is my protection, my inspiration. Inspiration, everything. Hey, that's being devoted to the real Lord. The real Lord is this, isn't it? You show me anything better and I'll be dedicated to it, but you can't. All the greatest of souls were dedicated to what I just explained. That's why they say the Lord is none different than his word, his name. And proof that they don't know it is they depend on rules. I depend on that name and that happiness of tasting that name. That's all I need. I'm here to show that in the world, showcase that on the stage of this world. For God's sake. For his sake. For his sake in you and everybody else. Who are drowning in so many speculations, even in Vaishnava, speculating on everything. The Narayan Maharaj group, it's only speculations, man. And the proof is, I tell you, you guys, you'll just stay there until you understand things as they are. Man, look, proof is in the pudding. Where's the ecstatic devotion you see here? Where's that kind of taste that brings pouring tears out of your eyes? And you have to have lots of these on hand. And you transmit this to others. Where's that going on? Only here. Only here. Only here. You show me anywhere else and it's not to be seen. Just a bunch of rules thrown at everybody, a lot of ceremonies, a lot of ways to idle away your time on the bhakti platform. And not interested in ecstatic worship. What is this? All in the name of ecstatic worship. What kind of speculations are you promoting out there? This is where it is. This is real worship, man. This is real touching God's transcendental body right before people's eyes. But generally people are so blind they can't see what's real. They see fantasies. These speculations and they're looking at all these fantasies instead of what's real, as it is, isn't it? As it is. I get great happiness preaching things as they are now. You'll see when there's a special taste to just present the law books as they are in this world for people to just hear, whether they like it or not, uncompromisingly, man. This is the law of ecstatic worship. This is the law of conclusive truth. See, where is the law being lived in this world? So far, I only see really here. Everybody else is breaking the law, making unwarranted laws, the laws that don't make any, they're just not real laws. They make up their own rules, their own laws. See, you transcend the external stuff here. That's what it's all about, man. It's here now. Why not take advantage? Go ahead there, River, read some.
The purpose of my present incarnation. The purpose of my present incarnation is to propagate the congregational chanting of the holy names of Krishna.
Yeah, congregational chanting of the holy names of Krishna, not half names. Everybody says half name, it's all ceremonies, and the thing is, he came to propagate the holy name. He came to give love of God. And the only real possibility of that is you got to come into the association of ecstatic devotees who have this love of God, this special potency. So the Lord came to propagate that, and aren't we here for that? I know
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
Me
The
too.
Lord's giving me that order in the Parampara. Propagate now. The Lord came 550 years ago to propagate it. Prabhupada and Bhakti San and Bhakti Vinod came to get it started, and now we're here to do what he did: propagate the real holy name now, the holy, where it's you it's not just a holy name, ecclesiastical. Oh, you chanting the holy name today? Oh yeah, chanting the holy name. No, the holy name, man, the ecstatic name, the juicy name, the wonderful name where you could see it's dripping on your face, the honey, man, the happiness of that name. The holy name. You see yeah, this name is holy, man. It's sacred. It's the best thing I've ever tasted. That name, the Lord came to propagate, and we are doing that too on His order. Juice, bees, like zzz. Yeah, touch it very much so. Yeah, go ahead, River.
In this incarnation.
People need to know this stuff. They don't know. They just, oh yeah, we're here chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, jumping up and down like monkeys. Okay, that's fine to start, but when are you going to get off that bandwagon, man? That's why we got to be a little. We got to really dance on this stage, man. You know, get some attention over here. Like, hey, man, come on, let's show you what holiness is, what wholeness is. Whoever speaks like they don't speak, everybody's half, they're half-hearted, See, part of their heart is into this, and part of their heart, where's the wholeheartedness? Who's wholeheartedly worshiping Lord Chaitanya? Who's worshiping the whole Lord, man? Sat Chitananda, Lord. Where's that chit, man? That real knowledge. Where's that real Ananda, man? That's the whole Lord. Where's that kind of worship? That's here. The whole you want to know what the holy name means? You come here and you'll see what the holy name is. And then you stay long enough, you'll feel what the holy name is for your own experience. You say, oh yeah, this is what it is. Wow, it was just a word before, holy name. Everything was just a bunch of names. Krishna, Krishna. Whoa. That name, Krishna. No, okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I like Karuna. I like that chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I missed that. How about empty chanting? You stick around long enough, we're going to make you drink this. See, I didn't know I was doing stand-up comedy. See, I have an audience. I have one or two people in the audience laughing their ass off. This is stand-up. You didn't know. That's another hat. Stand-up comedy.
He's got all the hats.
Oh, you think I'm serious here? Oh, my Lord's always joking with the gopis in Vrindavan. What do you think? I'm any different? This is a joke. We're just joking around, man. This is a comedy act. But it's always profound, man. Always real, man. Very more real than anything else. Try to think it till they make it. Yeah, go ahead.
In this incarnation, as in other incarnations, I will annihilate the miscreants for the protection and pleasure of my devotees.
See, now, am I doing the wrong thing? I like to annihilate the miscreants. Oh, you little miscreants. Come here. I don't have to do it to your body. No, your body. Let me just crumple up your consciousness. Give me your consciousness. Give me your speculations. Let me crumple that up and throw it in the waste. I don't have to touch you. Hey, man, these gloves may be off, But man, I can crumple things, man. At least give me some misconceptions. Give me some of those, man. Let me straighten those things out. Yeah. Here, destroy the miscreants. Why? For the sake of the devotees, man. Because even in you, there might be some devotee, but so we got to crumple all these things out. And then for the sake of the devotees, including you, man, because actually you're a devotee, even though you don't know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, people out there, for the sake of the devotees, the Lord comes to establish reality. What you see here in the Sangha is more real than anything that I've seen in the Krishna conscious movement. There's just a bunch of ceremonies out there. Here is real bhakti and real knowledge, transcendental knowledge, knowledge that transcends this world and helps you transcend this world by meditating on it. You get the real book Bhagavat here. The real devotee Bhagavat teaches. There's action going on here. By the action of the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat, absorbed in the mellows of devotion, the mellows are generated in your heart, planted in your heart, whatever you want to see. But otherwise, there's no other real way. You have to find a real devotee Bhagavat. And not just preaching rules, they're preaching the confidential message, which we do here on the order of Prabhupada. I didn't know when he said, do more of this, it would never stop. I thought it was just do more of this. I do it for a week and then I'm finished with my work and I can go kick back. But no, he tricked me. I do more of this and more to be done. It's never finished. I never finished the work. I thought after every class, it's been the best one, so I should finish. And I got to do another one the next day and the next day. More ecstasy, more taste. It's never ending, this thing. I thought I was finally going to be able to take a vacation. I haven't got a day off in 365 days a year, 4 years in a row. No, going on 5 probably now. When you have a good time, fast, isn't it? Where's my day? Why don't I get one day off? Why is it every day I got to be here to do more of this? How dare you? Prabhupada, he's a slave driver, man. Can you believe it? Do more of this. And I thought I would do it for a couple of days or something and be finished. The work's finished. No. After 5 years, every day, slave driver never gives me one day off. And the internet works I think, well, maybe the internet will go down today. And I won't be able, I can kick back, man, go out and have a beer or something and just sit on the beach, with a pina colada and look at the girls. But no, never. Internet always working perfectly. Well, more or less.
This is your real vacation, Maharaj. This is our real vacation. We're always on vacation with the Lord.
Go ahead, Rita.
I cannot tolerate my devotees being threatened and tortured. I will even kill my own son to protect my beloved devotee.
Isn't that amazing? The Lord, well, why would anybody worship a Lord like this? Why? Because he's perfect. Yeah. This is why we need to surrender to the Lord, because killing is done by the shadow potency. That's always, like Jesus said about the devil, which is Maya, you were a murderer from the beginning. This is why people now is just coming out, and the Lord does it, uses the external energy. It just does it because people take shelter of it. That's all you have to do is convince them not to stop taking shelter of the external energy, and all this stuff stops because there's no reason for it. It's only because the souls have been misled to take shelter of the dark energy. And it causes murders. It causes horrible things. All kinds of inauspiciousness comes about. And even goodness is okay, but we got something better. Goodness gives you a better, higher thing to take shelter of those who represent goodness in this world. And that's good, but it's still not, especially in Kali Yuga, it's not strong enough. See, the good people are being overrun, and you see, I was going to read this chapter called Prayers of the Demigods. See, they prayed to the Lord. See, and that's what they do. You notice good Christian, nice Christians, they're praying to God to be saved from this, aren't they? See, their prayer, save us from this, Lord, and He will. He does. So that's what the prayer of the those who are like the demigod, they pray to the Lord to come and to see that they're separate. See, there's more separation. See, the Lord pray, come, Lord, come save us, because they're not feeling enough of the Lord. See, here it's a little different. See, we're calling the Lord, and He's here. Comes really fast and strong. Comes in hot and heavy, right? Strong and close. Oh, the river has called me. She's calling. He's reading my name, and I'm right there, man. Making her laugh, and she hears Gohari's jokes. She's one of the few that hear his jokes, and he's laughing right through you there as you. That's why I need a nice audience up here. People here can laugh at my jokes. Actually, they're the Lord's jokes, man. He's the only joker, But he makes it look like we're the jokers, but he's really the joker. Yeah. So read on there, River.
Yes, Lord.
Just on my little rant here and there. raving and ranting.
Your transcendental rant. I will even kill my own son to protect my beloved devotees. This is not a lie, Muari. Listen attentively. In my boar incarnation, when I lifted the earth, Mother Earth became impregnated by my touch.
Read that again. That's a good sentence.
Listen attentively. In my boar incarnation, when I lifted the earth, Mother Earth became impregnated with my impregnated by my touch. She gave birth to my son, named Naraka, who was very strong and powerful. I gave my son all religious instructions. All religious instructions. He became a very powerful king and dutifully protected the demigods, brahmanas, spiritual masters, and all the devotees However, the hand of destiny changed the hand of destiny changed everything due to the influence and bad association of King Bana. He became a criminal and was cruel to the devotees.
Yeah, you see, this is why you got to go beyond. You can't. This is not going to work now. He's trying to just be like rules, regulations, and vites, and then the bad association comes, and they're overwhelmed. This happens. This happened to Ajamil. Same thing. See, so that's why I say only the ones who are spirit-filled worshipers are going to survive this. Otherwise, you'll be part of the like the Matrix. I was watching the Matrix yesterday. They have a new one coming out. There's a lot of very instructive things on that. So yeah, so you're like in the Matrix, the AI comes through you. They would take over people, and the AI is part of the world. And so that's what happens with people by association. Those who are, you can try to overcome this in the mode of goodness and to protect. And you see, you're following the rules, the regulations, the etiquettes, and everything. But by bad association, see, by the you're tricked into it, you can be overrun by that. It's very hard to maintain, especially when the mode of ignorance and passion right now is being empowered. Empowered with technologies, and they can shoot you up with stuff. You better not be identifying with the material body or material mind or emotions to get through this. You have to come very quickly to identify with your spiritual mind, which is Krishna's mind, which are the Vedas and the scriptures as they are, and the emotions. Spiritual emotions have to be awakened. That's the love of God. That's our connection, our bond with the Lord is this devotion, pure devotion. That otherwise we'll be overrun by this energy, and it is. Look at all the ISKCON temples now. I don't say all of them, but what I hear, they're being closed down sometimes, or taken over. Like you can't have to get shots to get in there. There are people. That's a takeover by the illusory potency, is to force you to do these things that are actually demoniac. It's very demoniac. It's the demons and the Suras do this. They're tricking people and lying to them. And if you're just on the level of maybe goodness at best, you may be bewildered by them and believe them. Okay? So the only safe haven is this ecstatic worship. Wherever you are, you're safe in this by being in the transcendental Lord. Why? Because he's in you now. His spirit is in you. You feel it. You relate to it. You feel how it's purifying you. You hear how it's inspiring you. See? Hear how it's giving you revelations to understand what you're facing in this world. Okay? To understand all these little things. See, revelation, you live now on revelation, and you can reveal those to who listen to you. If they listen to you, they're saved because they will feel it. They will feel the same thing. You become like your teacher in that way. You start to get revelations too, right, River? Don't you get any revelations now?
More
Look,
than
you got ecstasy like I got. See, you become, you're a real daughter, real, you're born. See, you're born out of this word. This word comes from this being born myself, born of the word. For me, it happened in another life, and it just, I got the Bible, and boom, it was there. The work was done already. Like you can you imagine? You come in your next life as soon you may be mundane all the time, all the way up till the Bible is put in your hand, or the book, or you meet a real devotee, and boom, you awaken. Very quickly. Because the work is being done now. This is the work that most of humanity needs. You need to associate with real devotees and awaken, and then you'll be easily protected if you did come back again. That's if you did, and you would come back as a teacher. Just like here. You notice am I teaching or what? What am I doing here? Yeah, just spontaneously. I didn't come here to be a teacher. I just came here, and that just manifests. See, how did it manifest? Did it manifest from study? Well, by studying the name and chanting the name, chanting these verses, ecstatic love awakening for years. And then all of a sudden people start like, yeah, I'd like to learn how to do that also. Okay, well, come along. That's my wealth. To me, this is worth millions, zillions, trillions. This will take the world out of debt. Biden, he's creating this huge national debt, and by printing money here. See, we just print out bhakti, man, and just everything just gets there's no end to it. Just more and more wealth, more and more understanding, more and more clarity on what life is about. See, this is currency, man. The current keeps flowing like this. You notice? Yeah, this currency is usually you spend money, there's less for you, right? Here, I spend all this is my currency, man. I spend this and more comes, man. So much never get a day off, man. There's too much currency to spend. I got to keep spending. I'm a high roller, a big spender, my friends. Spend, spend, spend. Chant, 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 taste, 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 spend, 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 and more comes, more revelation, more taste, more blah, just never ending, man. Because you know how Trump's proud of his wealth? I'm also proud of my wealth. I'm proud of my wealth, man. Look at this. I have good friends. I'm proud of my good friends, man. These friends are better than good. They're transcendental friends. What do you get? Woo! Hey, man. Oh, here we go. We're going to boast a little bit. Hey, yeah, you japa. Hey, you Radhanath. Hey, you. What kind of friend? You don't have any friends like I do, huh? I got real friends. They laugh and they cry and they choke up. You don't even have one of these kind of friends. My friends are special. They're unique, man. They're very close to the Lord. The Lord is very close to them, but you don't have friends like I do. You guys, you don't know what real wealth is. You think wealth are a bunch of neophyte followers who are glorifying, your mundane self. They have no ecstatic devotion, man. You're still mundane, still ecstasy awakens in your heart. And you say, blessed is river who comes in the real name of the Lord. And if you can't do that, you mean nothing to me, man, and nothing to the Lord. So we're here to you might as well get it now than waiting to die to find it out. Yeah, of course, you can't see it yourself, and your disciples certainly can't reveal it to you. They're afraid of you, man. I'm not afraid of illusion, man. I'm not afraid of idols. You're just an idol. If you don't have ecstatic love of God, you ain't worshipable. And that is the truth. Am I wrong? Isn't God ecstatic? Haven't you heard? Isn't Prabhupada ecstatic? Isn't Bhakti Vinod and Bhakti Siddhanta, Krishnadas Kaviraj? Should I go down the line to see who's really worshipable? Are you like that? That's my only question. Are you like that? Are you like Prabhupada? Oh, I would never compare myself. Well, then step aside because we are like that. We must be real teachers. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, but that's the truth, man. Hey, man, we're here to teach what it is to worship the true Lord. He's the ecstasy you see in the Sangha. He's the knowledge you see in the Sangha. You don't like it? Get away. You ain't no kind of guru right now. Not when this is available. This is high class, man. This is top notch. This is summum bonum. You're just eating bones. There's nothing on there. You're just dead bones there, man, when this is here. I don't think I'm offensive. I think I'm taking down fences. I think that people are afraid to say these truths. Call spades a spade. They're afraid of these. I ain't afraid of you. You got no ecstatic devotion. You can't stand before my Lord, man. Why should I be afraid of you? I don't care. You're the big Radhanath or Jaipataka. Who are you compared to my ecstatic devotion? My God, man. The only people I would be afraid of are real devotees, man. I wouldn't want to blaspheme one of those who have real devotion. Just prove to me you're a real devotee, but none can because they ain't got it. They're just big show bottles. They're on the stage to put on a mock Krishna conscious show, one to be mocked, really. It's a mockery. Hey, man, what is this? It got the nice, I'm Guru Dev, I'll deliver my disciple. Oh, Guru Dev, deliver me. And they can't do neither. Neither gets there. Just leading blind people. I think this needs to be heard now. And I'm not just empty talk. Hey, you can come here and see, we'll prove every day, even though I just pointed out such truth to such an extent, I'll just sit here and ecstatically chant my Lord's name more and more and more every day. He likes this. Hey, thank God. I got nobody will point it out. Everybody's afraid of my Maya, even though their Maya is in charge of them. Need somebody to bust it. A real transcendental policeman to come on the force, here in this world and say, oh, sorry, man, we're the policemen. We're here to bust what is an illusion. Are you a real deity, man? Are you used by the transcendental Lord? If not, you're going to bust under the pressure of this truth, man. It's just like we just, you know, yeah. Hey, man, it's Goloka Vrindavan or bust. That's the way it is, man. It's all or nothing now, man. Goloka Vrindavan is here. You can get Goloka Vrindavan, or you're gonna bust, man. You'll just you'll break like a little doll. Like the temples you're breaking up to put new ones. All that work and all that money breaking temples, man. Gee whiz. That's one case where God does say he will kill his son for his devotee's salvation and source. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, so this very deep, this is why I love this. I love this path. This I get revelation upon revelation. And here's one, just came, it's hot off the press. Yeah, I will kill my son, to protect my devotees and kill my son. And so what did Jesus say to the Pharisees, if you want to understand this one level of the statement? Jesus said first the Pharisees said, aren't we, they went like this, chakavaka birds, breasts out, proud. Aren't we sons of Moses and sons of God? And Jesus said, no, you're the sons of the devil. See, the devil kills his sons, doesn't he? Yeah, that's Krishna's shadow. Oh, you want to live? Come over here. Come here if you want to live out there. Or go out there and die, even with those gurus, because they represent the same thing Jesus said to the Pharisees, man. You represent your father who's Maya. Still, you don't know what my father is. Just like I say to you, you don't know my Lord, my Father, my friend. You don't know him. You prove you don't know him. Okay? So the Lord, you don't respect real devotion. Real devotion is your ticket out of here, man. Real devotees who have real bhakti are your ticket out of there. Is no other ticket out, man. You got to come here and we got to punch your ticket, man. Or we're going to punch your lights out, man. You glow. We're here to punch your lights out too, man. You just glowing, man. Hey, man, we got light energy, man. You don't see no wimpy hand to shake here, man. Give me your hand. I'll shake it. You'll feel some electricity. I don't even have to touch your hand. You'll feel electricity. My Lord is full of potency. He's life in this world. He's live. He's clarity, logic. You ain't gonna do him and ecstasy to boot too. Man, I'm doing a real comedy show today, huh? Poor. This is so fun, man. I feel like I just feel so expressed.
I feel like Maharaj. It's like what you were saying about Krishna. Well, you don't know my spiritual master. He's so strong and so empowered and so inspiring. When you speak the truth, that most people don't. People keep quiet most of the time. And you speak this truth again and again and again. It's so inspiring. To sit at your lotus feet and hear you speak this truth again and again. So it's just so inspiring. Oh my gosh.
Hey, we got to have fun doing something, man. This is devotees fun. We like to sit and blast the Maya, man. We're here to, Krishna comes here to use his weapons. I also come here. I'm here to use some weapons. I use the truth, man. This is bust the Maya. No holds bars. Take the gloves off, man. Just pound on it. It's great, man. It's fantastic. And then, the different mood changes towards loving affairs. And then you have that mood, go to Vrindavan. Just like when the Lord was here, he did different things, man. He'd sometimes, think of that, and then he'd go out there and bust it. We have to do this incidental activity. We got to use our little weapons, the truth, and bust all the illusions, so that for the benefit of people, so they can move on, move deeper. You know, what is, you got to look, what is the purpose of the doing here? Because, you know, we're helping bust the molds. You see, the molds, this is like conditionings. Even in religion, there's a mold there. It has to be busted. You don't need the mold. Let's reveal the soul. Let's take the mold off. You know, mold, you know, moldy, you know, mold is not good for you. Just give me, I just got a little hammer, the truth, Thor's hammer, the truth, you know, I just tap it a little bit, you know, in the right spots. So it's a small little hammer. Something grows real big. Something little thing. You ever see those precision hammers? You tap it in the right spot and the whole thing cracks. We do some of that too. Just the whole thing cracks and then my soul is exposed. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, great. About time. Go ahead, River.
I'm just. Any aggression or violence towards my devotees is totally intolerable to me. So I killed my son to protect my I killed my son to protect my devotees. I'm revealing all these confidential matters to you because you have been serving me for many births. Muari Gupta was overwhelmed by the Lord's presence and narration.
Yeah, you know, another way to look at this, is in that story of Jade Bart. Jade Bart was these demons. They were one looking for a sacrifice, and they found Jade Bart. They thought, well, this guy is worthy. He's just he's dumb, and because Jade Bart was hiding, he didn't want to associate with any. He didn't want to talk to materialists, or so he acted like a dumb, retarded person in the world, you know. But he was fully self-realized, and so anyway, they grabbed him to use him as a sacrifice. And so when they were about to cut his throat, the Lord comes in the form of Parvati. That's one of his forms. It's his shadow form, you know, comes in that form and kills those worshipers. See, they are surrendering to Maya. And that's the moral of the story is, hey, you're going to stop surrendering to Maya. She's going to kill you. She kills all of her sons. She's like a putana. She's a baby killer. All those who serve and meditate and believe in Maya are killed. You're killed eventually in the cycle and thrown back in the cycle, and you can do this again and again until the devotees come, see, and they teach you how to worship the transcendental Lord and get the shelter. Shelter is proof. We already proved people get the shelter here. Look, River, you know, her worship, that's the shelter. That's Lord. This is lifting you out of the waters of devastation. It's worth it, you know, 30 years on a machine to find this path. Oh, you should be on machines for 30 million lifetimes and you find the path. You'll say, oh, this is worth it. Because now you're out of here, man. You're free, set free by your ecstatic worship. Don't let anybody take that from you. Don't believe anybody that doesn't have faith in this, because that's the only way you can lose it, is you lose faith. And I know, I've been there, done that. But now you got plenty of people to confirm this, you know, and demonstratively so. You see by people, they are in this. There's nobody that looks better or does better or performs better in this world than an ecstatic devotee. See? So we're lucky. I didn't have this. I couldn't find even one that I was impressed with. No gurus, nothing. I was always just impressed with Prabhupada, like us. We know the real family members in our hearts, and some of them know too, but they're caught up in things, you know, name and fame and all that stuff. Yeah. My happiness is just to present the real name, the whole name, you know, and the whole truth. That's all I want. And everything comes from that is gravy, because my happiness is in just presenting, is in the presentation. in the taste of that, in the understanding, in the revelation of that. That's devotional path. That's the real path. This is what we're teaching here. If you're happy with that, come along board, man. You'll have a great time. You'll get everything else. Everything, because if you try for anything else independently, very hard. Very hard. This all just comes to devotees, this stuff here. Yeah. Go ahead, River. Read on.
Okay. I am revealing. I can't remember where I finished. I'm revealing all these confidential matters to you because you have been serving me for many births.
See, that's how confidential this knowledge is. The Lord gives it to those who've been serving him for many births. But it doesn't have to be that way. If anybody comes here and somehow or other, see, I say somehow or other, who knows? If you come here and just like what's going on here, you are the luckiest person in the world, because you're going to hear things that not even Acharya Dave knows or ever has heard, because he doesn't come here, or any of them. Any of those persons, any of those gurus with Narayana, they're just so into their own trips, they cannot see the beauty and the majesty of the amazing grace place going on here. The Lord Chaitanya's real grace. You think it's a small thing to find Lord Chaitanya's grace in this world? He's the greatest avatar, man. He's the most secret one, the most difficult to understand. That's why he blatantly just showed himself like Jesus Christ, just revealed so much to the world, and he had trouble for a while doing that. Just like now, it's always the same as Jesus showed what happens to a real prophet in this world. See, where you want to see prophet. You want real prophet in the world, you got to meet a real prophet. Otherwise, you got no real prophet. It's all illusion prophet. You want a prophet in this world? Meet a real prophet. There's no reason that word is like it is. And another day today we haven't learned another word meaning by the grace of the Lord. There's no prophet in this world unless you meet a real prophet, somebody empowered. Prophet, Acharya is synonymous. They are intimately connected with the Lord, and they reveal God's word in this world as it is. No one else can do that properly. There's a little kaya mixed in that word of theirs. See, the words of the Lord's real prophets, they last. You notice the Bible's still here. Thus saith the Lord. Some of these real prophets, you just read their word, you feel spiritual strength. I read the words of real devotees and I feel enlivened. I get life from them. Because those words are not material. They're spiritual. They're full of spirit, man. Devotees live on spirit. That's the food of God. Devotees, real food. Don't give me a word that's not spirit. I don't like mundane words. I don't like mundane speculations. I don't like mundane coming out of these gurus. Not interested, man. I don't like those who don't fit the bill. Oh, you're a Vaishnava guru with disciples worshiping you? Worshiping you as good as God? Giving their lives to you? And you're not that? Get away from me, you hypocrite. How dare you? If you see Gaura Haridas that fits in that category, I give you my permission. Go away. Don't worship those who don't represent the transcendental Lord and the Lord who is not accepted and said, this is my body on this planet, man. But he's presenting my real body, my real truth in this world, my real power of bhakti in this world. Go away from everybody that doesn't. Just worship the Bible of bygone persons. Better than worshiping hypocrites and liars and cheaters. Isn't it? who are trying to take the position. It's like you take a bad apple. Ever see a rotten apple? Put it next to a nice apple and see what the heck happens. It becomes rotten. See? You put that's a jewel on the head of a snake, man. Anyway, I'm a stickler for truth now. Because this is the standard. Why? Because it's here. It's in the book, and I reveal that standard in the book. It's very clear. The real guru will deliver you, and if he's a false guru, see, real guru, false guru, real acharya, false acharya, real prophet, false prophet. Get off of the false prophets. There's only one real guru, one real acharya, one real prophet. They're all the real door to infinity, and not the birth and death cycle. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Find the real acharya in this world, man. Listen, hear, and see if you've not found it or not. If you found it, you become ecstatic like river, and your heart is set on it, and you're like, yeah, wow, I'm so happy to be here. Yeah. You'll become like her and Lalita and Johans and Janakis. You'll become really happy. You'll find out what real happiness is. They don't know. Happy, sadness, up and down. Many Vaishnavas still think karma. Are you doing good karma? Good karma, bad karma. Like that yogi friend of mine, he's into good karma, bad. I never heard bhakti can destroy karma. See, he never heard that. He never believed that. That's why he stays a yogi. He doesn't believe in words of truth, words of life, words of life. You bet your little booty bhakti will destroy your karma. It's the only thing that will. Real devotion and real truth, real knowledge, real word. See, he's believing in him, and everybody else believes in words that are not really true. You need the true word, man, coming from true devotion and real those devotees' mouths. This is it, man. You want to be delivered, you got to hear from real prophets and real acharyas, man, in this world. And you get delivered fast. Otherwise, you're going around the mountain. Around the mountain. A blind, non-liberated leader leading blind followers. Until ecstatic devotion awakens in your heart, you're still blind, man. And we got a lot of gurus like that in the Vaishnava groups. They don't know the standard of devotion. They don't know you can be a nothing and a nobody, a food service worker, and you can get the inspiration of spirit, man. That's, if you like to hear these talks, man, you can live on this forever. This will be your food. Don't let anybody convince you otherwise, because that's illusion. Don't let anybody's word from a miserable, wretched person deviate you from what gives life to your soul. And you feel it. You know these things. Go ahead there. Actually, you know what? Let's see what time it is. Oh my God. 3 hours already, yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, go on. You can keep going a little bit. You're muted.
My computer's making a noise. Okay. All glories to Sri Gaurachandra and Sri Muari Gupta. All glories to Lord Varahadev, the protector of his devotees. In this way, Lord Chaitanya went to the homes of all his
See,
devotees.
the whole purpose here is to make real devotees, so the Lord can protect you. That's my only, if I have a goal, that's the goal. You know,
Wow.
it's just to taste this nectar of having the shelter of the Lord and to help the Lord's mission so that his intimate friends that they don't know there his sons, who are in the Maya, taking shelter of the Maya more or less in the modes of nature, can have this beautiful shelter of the transcendental Lord. It's beautiful, man. It's wonderful. It's the best thing, and that's why you got to see a devotee that's active under that shelter and its beauty. It's beautiful to cry and call out to the Lord and to be protected by the Lord. There's no fault in such emotions. There's no fault in anything that comes from the shelter of the Lord. It's what it's all about. The Bhagavatam is all about how to achieve the shelter of the transcendental Lord. That's really the essence. That's the essence of this preaching. How to get my brothers and sisters to have this wonderful shelter of the Lord. And to revel in it and to see how it protects you from these threefold miseries of the body and the mind and emotions, material emotions. Spiritual emotions are so great, man. They're fantastic. They're perfect and pure, and the Lord wants to give them. You want to, when I look at the devotees, even, like Sachi on the roller coaster of material emotions, it's a pain in the ass. Even she admits, God, I'm just this emotional thing. You got to go to a psychiatrist and just to try to straighten it out. Never gets straightened out. It comes back again. How many lifetimes you want this bullshit, man? Coming here gradually, your spiritual emotions will awaken, and you'll see, wow, this is life. This is pure energy, man. Pure power of God in me. The power of God is this real loving devotion, where you feel the Lord comes close. He's attracted to that. He becomes attracted to you. Yeah. I think we're going to stop here. So anyway. Yeah, I think I'll go for an early walk today in the dark. All right. Well, hey, thank you. That was great, man. Yeah. So we'll see you all a little later, huh? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, devotees.